Does that sound familiar, Connor? I'm not making hot cocoa though. I'm making pad thai with chicken. And I have to add peanut butter, lime, sriracha, and then sprinkle the peanuts over the entree and serve. It's gonna be really good. This is the first day that I actually got to take some time and enjoy the weather and the scenery. But I got all my stuff laid out here, drying out, airing out, even my old Tootsie Wootsies, my socks and insoles. Got my solar charger going and my Crispies drying out here. Matt and Town are down in the low country at this new spot. We had heard some rumors that the elk were here, but they got pushed out down lower, which is unfortunate because that's harder hunting. You can't see as well, it's thick. But it's bow hunting, so hopefully they get them close and in range so they can get the job done. They're down there chasing them. Hopefully they find them. Matt's yet to see one on property that we can hunt. Chris had some close to him when he didn't have an elk tag. So he went ahead and shot a mule deer doe at the other spot and then decided to get an elk tag, and he came over here where Matt's got a valid elk tag at as well. And the two of them are running around trying to find him. I'm really grateful for Matt and Chris and putting the time and energy into coming out here, prepping for it. There's a lot of preparation as far as gear and supplies and fortitude, both mental and physical. It's not easy. We're doing it all on our own in the backcountry. But I want to take this time to thank my parents for supporting me, letting me become a good person, getting me into the outdoors. This Colorado is a big country, and it's cool to be out here. Hopefully I can get my dad out here. He can do it now. We know where to go at. He's had his heart attack and on the way from recovery from that, thankfully. So I told my wife earlier today, or texted her, that we need to get our kids out here and get them enjoying this country before they're too old, because I'm pretty much a go-getter, and this is not easy by any means. So I hope my boys can get out here and enjoy this and soak it up while they're younger, develop a passion for it. I don't know how anybody couldn't love it out here. There's all kinds of outdoor people. I'm glad to see everybody, as long as we all can get along and support each other's outdoor activities, whether you're mountain biking or motocross biking or hiking or fishing or hunting or whatever. I mean, it's our outdoors to enjoy, so we need to stick together before they take it away from us. I like these trips that we do. Last year we went to South Dakota with you guys, with Connor and Jeff, and Matt and Chris and me, and Earl. We've had a full moon since we got out here, and it's made hunting very hard for mule deer. We're going at the end of September, so they're kind of leaving their bachelor groups. They're out of velvet, kind of isolated, just waiting for the rut to kick in, basically, and being very elusive. And with the full moon, they can be out at nighttime a lot, so it's hard to catch them coming and going to their bedding areas when they're doing it at dark. So hopefully I can sneak up on one, that I see it before it sees me. That'd be awesome. Now I'm tucked into this little bluff here that we hope that the deer came off of last night. So I just shot one. Wasn't a great big buck by any means, but I've been grinding all week long. First day with the war paint on, and found a little bit of blood, and I see some fur here, right here where I hit it. And so I think I saw when it was running away that it was hurting pretty bad. And basically it was standing about right here, and I was standing in that little gap that way of the pine trees there. Come over the hill, and I was able to get a shot in him. Hopefully everything goes good from here, and I'll be quartering them out. All right, I'm back. That is a lot of blood. It's really cool how it hit that side of that rock there. I don't think, he probably got a little lightheaded here and tumbled into that one because it's kind of smeared. You can see it on my shadow right above my head. I think he fell down there. I see some more blood over there. There's the blood. And there he is. Just a fork horn. But he's my fork horn.
Here's some blood.
I see blood over here. Did it turn? Right there.
Oh, both sides. Looks like a good shot. We're tracking Josh. Shot a mule deer.
We're tracking the blood. Huh? No. Holy cow.
Coming out here to help Josh pack out his mule deer. Wow, it's way up on the rocks.
Take that pack for you so you can film.
We grabbed Josh's pack was back there.
Dude. Like, what the heck? Found your pack. I'm glad you left it there. I'm glad my phone went to you. My phone doesn't work anymore. Sweet, dude. Heck yeah. Congrats. That's awesome.
You got him. The Killer Cline strikes again.
You know it.
Dude, that looks like an awesome area that he was in.
Oh, dude, it's awesome right in here.
How did you find this?
Oh, just
It's
out
incredible.
of frustration.
Yeah.
The wind was completely wrong the whole time.
Because this wasn't where I told you. Where's where I told you?
Way over that way.
Oh.
No, the wind kept switching and switching.
Oh, I did on
And
us
so
too
I just
all
finally
morning.
you know what? I'm going to circle right into the wind up to this power line. I'm going to run this power line all the way down until it drops down. And then I'm going to cut back that way. And then up there where I shot him, him and another one were there.
We saw his buddy.
Did you?
Yeah.
About the same size as him.
Yep.
And but that's what I did. I just went up there, and I figured I'd get to up here at some point, and the wind would finally be in my favor. And I'd come around, and I don't think it was ideally in my favor, but
Yeah.
he didn't
Well,
expect me up here.
Oh
So
my
how did it
gosh, that's
happen?
like-
Were you creeping up?
I was following this power line. See those power lines?
Yeah.
I hooked. Well, first I went clear down to Buffalo Mountain. I messed up on two big ones there.
Really?
Yeah, one really big one.
How big?
It turned around and it was like,
Oh.
I'm like, ah! Like, well, what happened? I stepped into the darkness like this, and I'm looking down the hill, and he's in front of a big boulder, like 63 yards. And I kneel down, and I was gonna take my backpack off, and I'm like, man, I don't think I have time to take my backpack off. And he's just standing there. I can't see his head. I can just see his body. And all of a sudden, about 40 yards, his big boy turns around and walks into the woods. And I'm like, oh! And then he turns around, and he's just like a standard 4x4. And they go into the woods, and I wait for like 10 minutes. And I finally hear him, boom, boom, boom. I'm like, oh!
Caught your
Took
wind,
off on
probably.
you.
Yeah, probably caught my wind.
The wind was doing like
It-
same
it-
thing up there.
That's why I went all the way to Buffalo. I went all the way up to Buffalo Mountain to try to come back into the wind. But even when I was coming back into the wind, it would switch on me. It would come up one side and down the other.
That's what we had to do.
That's what we-
360s on us today.
That's what we were dealing with.
Yeah.
So then
Ridiculous.
I cut from there all the way back Buffalo Mountain's a mountain that runs this way,
Yeah.
kind of back towards the 2-track and bicycle trail that comes through underneath these power lines.
Yeah.
And then I was gonna circle up to where I saw those partridges at the other day. And then basically once it did that, I started coming up the hill and the wind just kept getting worse and worse. So I just said, screw it. I went all the way straight up to the top of the mountain. And then I got to these power lines and I just started following the power line, these boulders and rubble, and just kept walking this edge.
It's amazing.
So you were on top of him?
Huh?
You were above him?
I was following this rubble stuff here. So we were at the top of the mountain where I shot him at because we've come down since I hit him.
Yeah.
And when I got to about the top of this whole thing, I saw him look at me, and I pulled back on him, and he went around this tree. So I came up above on another rock, and then I couldn't shoot him, so I was pulled back, and I had to walk up the hill, pulled back, and then I got where I was over this log, and I smoked him. I mean, I saw the arrow
Like
come out the other side, and then when he ran away, blood was just blowing out the side of him.
Oh, you could see it.
Ripping out.
I'm like, holy cow, look at that.
This is the opposite side.
Everywhere.
Yeah,
Did you find your arrow?
Yeah, it's in my
we
quiver.
could barely hear
Okay.
you. I'm like, well, you know, he's downhill, and we started walking this way, and then it was like, oh my gosh. It was like, somebody took a bucket.
I tracked myself. I recorded myself tracking it because I had
Oh, good.
good battery.
Sweet.
And I'm like, I don't want to jinx myself, but I'm pretty sure this is looking pretty good here.
Oh my gosh, yes. Good job, man.
Nice.
Congratulations.
The bulls are right down in there.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, they are. A bunch of them bugling.
You're kidding.
There's tracks everywhere in here.
Yeah. I ended up hunting with that kid.
What
That guy
kind?
that was parked by us.
Yeah.
I hunted with him this morning.
You did?
And he took me up to Buffalo Mountain where he got a 5x5 there 2 years ago. He took me up and around through there, and then he had to get back to town by noon.
Pack was heavy.
That looks
before you
heavy.
put that on.
Huh?
That looks heavy.
No, it ain't bad.
Based.
That's what I came out here for. That's what I prepped all summer for.
You did?
Yeah.
You practiced this?
Yes, I did.
Oh, good.
I wouldn't recommend doing it any other way.
He
Especially if you're as
trained.
fat as me, you'd probably have a heart attack. This is not easy. Not for the faint of heart.
Right.
It's even tough for a guy that just did an Ironman.
Yeah. Here, here. He's raking that tree now. All right, boss.
Do I have him on there?
Yep. He looks great.
Sweet. I was just waiting for it to cool down so our hike would be better.
Good idea.
Chris, GoPro's in the truck.
Deer and elk sign everywhere. Moose.
How's it feel?
Feels awesome.
It looks awesome.
That end to an avalanche chute
Oh, really?
on this side, then back and came through the woods on that far side, and then up and over. I started getting a hot spot on my foot.
Gorgeous.
One on my heel. And another one like right here.
Yeah, this is pretty epical.
Yeah, it is. I know. I'm waiting to hear one bugle.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hopefully they're in there.
Glass, but you never want to have to get over there. Take an airplane.
Well, the elk doesn't stay in that part. They stop in the woods every time. They run across the opening and stop.
We
in the
need a
woods.
hang glider.
Yeah, for sure.
Hang glide down.
Got my buddy on his back.
Just long enough, sucker.